He's back. I should sit straight, huh? I'm alive. I hope you're all doing great. I have my shirt here. I was too lazy to put it on. I'm pretty enough. How are you? I'm not well still. I'm better, way better, and I'm alive. And here's Finnegan. He's back. But I'm not fully there. I'm still extremely beat. I was 2 weeks not at work, and this week I have holidays. I was 1 day at work on Thursday. I tried it. There was nothing. It was nothing going on, so it was okay. Hey Grow M. Hey Photostorm. Hey G. Everyone's here. I hope you all. Dave I is here. Everything all good to see you back, Chris. Yes. I'm sorry I didn't post much in 2 weeks or videos or no live streams. I was just very sick with COVID. Yes, so many times later. It said 7:30. I know. I thought I would take longer. I didn't. Oh, gee. Thank you, G. I thought I would be later and take my time, but Cindy went to bed a bit earlier, so I'm here. And Finnegan is eating here on the table. That's what you hear. I can give you a. It's important. Home alone, so YouTube is my friend. Yeah. I thought we talk a bit what happened the last 2 weeks. Well, the sickness did not a lot happen then, but before with the ID.7 in Spain, it was pretty nice. And before, as always, we go fast through the news. It's not so much. Where are we here? Long. Yeah. NIO is planning 40 battery change stations in Germany. We'll see if this all works. Fastnet has increased their what they earn by 191%. That's nice. Then Volkswagen is now in the configurator. You can get the base ID.4 again, not just big ones. So with the 52 kilowatt hour battery in 125 kilowatt motor. Then Tesla in Germany, in Berlin, is now in 3-shift work. So 3 shifts are working around the clock and building cars. Then someone at Volkswagen said that the e-Golf is coming back the earliest in 2028, since they decided not to do Trinity before that. And NIO ET5 is being delivered since last week. That's cool. I haven't seen the car. Maybe I have seen it at the Fastnet charger once when it was still testing. Sorry if you hear my breathing. I'm a bit hard breathing. And let's look at Ionity. There has been things. The one in Munich is now live. That went fast. And 6 chargers. So from planning to going live, that was not 6 months. So wow, that is amazing. And I need it anyways soon. Because I'm going to Landsberg am Lech on Wednesday, and it would be amazing if I can charge Walter here and then at Landsberg am Lech again on the way back. This is always a thing for if you go to Munich. For me, there are chargers close by where I live, so in Passau, but around Munich, so in the middle here, there's a Tesla supercharger, but not a lot of chargers. The most are in this area. There's a Fastnet very close by. I think Fastnet is here, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around here. Isn't it here? It is, Fastnet. And Ionity is then just 2 doors down. And this is very close to the highway, so this is fine. And there are some other chargers around here, but I would love if there would be one here in the middle. But that's just how it is. And this charger here, Ionity, is around 70 kilometers away from home. So a lot of times I I have to, if I have a small battery car, I have to charge a bit here to get to Munich and back there if I like to charge with Ionity, because it's just cheaper for me. 35 cents, that is just awesome. What else do we have in Germany? What's this? Why? Why is here? Why would you build here one? That's a weird... Okay. I'm surprised about that. We need still Hamburg. Ooh, that's a good one here. That's needed. Go this direction here to Hamburg. That's true. Let's look. Netherlands is full. France is full. Britain has a bit going on. Ooh, look at that up here. Ireland, no, nothing's changing. Copenhagen, Sweden, what's up here? Ooh, one went live. I think it was live already. Finland, a lot of in construction. Ooh, look at that. The most north Ionity charger there. And what's in the south? Yeah, never seen the one in Alicante. We went by here a twice, but I haven't seen them. I didn't drive. It was just the shuttle. And then, like I said, France and Italy. Ooh, Italy's, what is this? Due to construction work will be closed for further notice. Uh-huh. Look at that. The only grey one. Oh, I'm back. Close this. Let's close this. We need Fastnet in Sweden. Yeah, Fastnet is pretty good. It's just not, for me, extremely cheap. I feel like I'm too high and too dark. Let's put it up a bit brighter here. And I know it's too close. Ah, that's better. It was so low. Where are we? I'm at my parents in the one street down. Someone owns an Ioniq 5 and an ID bus. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, I thought well, you spill food here. What is this? I thought we'd talk a bit, where was I? Talk a bit how my Spain trip was, how the ID.7 was. Next week, so tomorrow in a week, will be the world premiere of the ID.7, and then I can release my video. I haven't edited yet, the video of the production version of the ID.7. It brings a lot of stuff that's really cool. It seems to be a very, very interesting car. I'm not just saying that because it's fun or whatever. I'm really thinking about buying that car. So leasing it, because it should come in at the end of this year, and it would fit perfectly. Yeah, maybe I have to change the battery here, because it looks like my battery is getting empty. Give me a second. There's a big one here. So you won't see me for a second, but you can hear me. One battery out, another battery in, camera on. Did Volkswagen anything when the customer get 4.0? No, of course not. The thing is still on. And let's zoom in a bit. Like this. How's that? Yes. Not in the middle, eh? Other way around. Do it like this. Huh? How's that? That's okay. Yeah, so I'm really thinking of that. I have to charge this. Because it seems to be really good. Really, really good. I was very, very surprised driving it and seeing it and learning about the features. Do you have to pay an amount before lease? You can, you don't have to, but I'm pretty sure I will, so that the monthly cost is down. But I have to think about it. I don't know yet. Maybe Most people do that in Germany. The incentives you get on a car, you put that down. And when I bought or leased Walter, it was 6,000 euros, and now I think it's 4.5 this year, I think. Something like that. So, let's talk about it. So, how was it? First of all, I was on the, where are we? On the 22nd of March, on the Wednesday, so 2 days before I went to Spain, I was with Cindy at a concert, and we think that I caught COVID there. There was no mask thing going on. I should have worn a mask. Now I wasn't. We weren't at a concert in a long time. I wasn't on a plane for 10 years. I wasn't close to a lot of people in a long time. Do you know if the ID.7 will be saloon only or wagon too? They talked about a wagon at some point, but so far there hasn't been anything that they showed. So far it's just a saloon. I'm pretty sure they will do a wagon at some point. It makes sense. It's not that hard. So we were at a concert. Pretty much sure I caught COVID there, and then when I came back I got sick, because I got sick very fast after Spain. So we came back on Saturday night, and Sunday night I felt sick. It would be fast. On the Friday, so on the 24th, 25th? 24th, I picked up Matthias, who helped me again filming. You saw the travel video, hopefully, who helped me film there, and it's so much help. You have no idea. It's especially stuff like this. So when I get a press car like at home, I have time. I have usually at least a week or 2 weeks of filming, and it's then more about when do I have time away from work so I can film stuff and test stuff. But events like this, usually it's okay, you're next to film with the car, you have this amount of time, an hour, 2 hours or whatever, and film it. And I got an email before how the program works, and the program said we would arrive at the hotel at noon, or we arrive at the airport. No, I think it was at noon at the hotel, and then we can either have 4 hours with the prototype or 4 hours with the production car, and then it's dinner, then next morning breakfast, and then it's the opposite. You then have production car or prototype drive. And then back to the, you held the camera fine while you drove, I noticed. Oh, it wasn't me. It was Matthias. You said he. Yeah, he was amazing. He helped a lot. Well, usually, if I would have been alone, I would have put one there and that's it. But I wanted him there because, first of all, he could point at something else. If I say, hey, look what's here, and no, I had the camera here all the time, stationary, the second one, but still he could see the movement, and he got car sick, by the way, because he was just looking at me, and I was driving a bit sportier to see how the car is going. It was fun, and so this was the plan. But then when we arrived, it was all chaotic because we didn't arrive at 11 because there was no plane. We arrived, and even we were delayed. When did we arrive? At 6 or so, 6 p.m. And then, of course, other people were already filming the production car, and for the prototype car, it was too late. It would have been dark. And so it was planned that we drive the next day, and now you can go to the production car. And we went to the production car. Other people were filming around. There was no way we could have filmed the car and then us talking about it. So we just talked to experts that were there that talked us through what is new with the ID.7 and what it can do, what's awesome. They showed us the new motor. They explained everything about the battery and new features, the climate, and the new screen, and all of this. What was it? Yeah, so all of it. We talked to 3 or 4 people. It took an hour or so. And then it was dinner, so we went to dinner, and then we asked, can we at least film something? What can we do tomorrow? Because other people were already planned for tomorrow. And so it was very helpful that Matthias was there, because he could set up the camera, he could check if the sound is working, if it's in focus, if it's fine, and then film something while I did something, and I could think about what I wanted to say and stuff. So that helped so much. Matthias is a lifesaver in events like this. That is extremely helpful. So I picked him up, we drove to the airport, parked at the airport. I didn't want to park outside of Munich and then go in by train or whatever, or someone drives us. We parked right at the terminal, and then went to the terminal, went to security. Yeah, very interesting. His passport, when we went to Spain and back, was never checked. He could have been someone else. Mine was only checked in Spain on the way back, because I put my bag in, so a big bag. I had a my normal backpack, I had my camera bag, and I had a big suitcase, because the tripods and everything don't fit in there. But I had to take all everything battery powered out into the what is it, hunky pick again? Carry on. Yeah, that's it. Hi Chris, hope you and Cindy are feeling better. Thank you, Mark. I'm better. I'm still not well at all. I'm very exhausted. So I do a bit, and then I could just lay on the couch for hours. And breathing is heavy. And Cindy is not doing well at all. So she's not getting better as fast as she should, and she got worse a few days and then back. Just had a battery check done on my ID.3. Volkswagen contacted me, and when I got the car back, 2 battery cells were fixed. Register range increase of 20 to 40 kilometers. Wonder if your problem will return. I hope not. You are normally not well. That's true. Du kleine Finnegan here. Yes, and so we flew first from Munich to Zurich. It was just a 30-minute flight or so. Then we had to wait 2 hours in Zurich, and yeah, overall, I think there's an Ryanair flight from Nuremberg, direct flight to Alicante, but it would have been at 6 p.m. If we would have flown a day earlier, it would have been way better. But Volkswagen just didn't want it. They said, no, you're going on that day and you're going back on the next day. And so to think we arrived at the hotel where the event was at 6 p.m. on Friday, and we left on 2 p.m., 2:30 on the Saturday. So we were not even 24 hours at that hotel. And so the filming was a bit stressful. That it was just and we had to wait in Zurich for 2 hours for the next flight. This was delayed by half an hour, and then it was 2 hours 10 minutes or so to Alicante. We arrived at the airport, and then nobody was there to pick us up, because someone who was there picking up people, maybe you saw it in the video, picked someone up but didn't wait for us. So we waited, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then someone arrived, we called, and then 20 minutes later someone came, and then it was an hour drive to the hotel, and that's why we were there at 6 p.m. It was really late. Good evening, can you give the name of the hotel or put it in the chat? What was it? Vitu? I have to look. What was the name? Spam. No, don't open it. Spam it. Where was it? ID.7. Covered drive. Vvote. So W-I, not W. Like this. Landscape hotel in The view was very nice, yes. The view was really nice. It was a nice hotel. They had a nice people there. The food was okay. It was too special, you know, when you get tiny little portions, but 3-4 courses and then you're still hungry afterwards. You got a bug from Volkswagen. No, like I said, I think it was from the concert we were 2 days before I flew to Spain. So we, like I said, we arrived at 6 p.m. there. Then how was it to meet other YouTubers? Most of the time I meet, and it's weird. It seems like, I meet the same YouTubers all the time. So when I was at the ID.5 GTX Media Drive, I saw Autogefühl. I think Thomas is his name. And when I was at the ID.3 facelift, I saw Jonens, or what, I don't know the name exactly. I met him there, and I met him on the plane to Alicante, and then in Alicante and on the way back as well. So we were on the same planes all the time, because he's from Augsburg, which is close to Munich as well. And in Alicante I met Autogefühl again. Then I met the motorsport guy, I think, was there. I talked a bit to the Autogefühl Thomas, but not a lot came back, just a bit of hey, blah, 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 and that was it. Who else did we see? There was an English-speaking guy that I didn't know. It was Bald, not Bold. I didn't know him, but maybe he. I can't remember if he filmed. Maybe he wasn't YouTube. Otherwise, I didn't see anyone that I knew, or no. Oh, Ding was there. Crash Car Review. I met them it's a woman and a guy. I don't know if they're a couple. I have no idea. I met them in Copenhagen. We were at the same table for dinner with one of the press bosses of Volkswagen. That was a lot of fun. And then we saw them at the airport and there at the ID.7 event and at dinner and everything. So like I said, arrived at 6, then it's check in and see if everything is fine. We got our hotel room that I showed in the video, which was a lot of fun. But I spent the night there and that was it. So the hotel room, I put my stuff in. We went up to see the we went up to see the production car. Got all English speaker Flavin, Irish guy. No, he had no hair. I know the Irish guy. He must. The whole event was 2 weeks long. So every day there are different groups. And on our day, I saw 5 people there, 5 different people making something. Behold, YouTuber newbie on course Irish. Huh? Was it that guy? Let's look. No, but I had contact with him. He would have said something, and he didn't film. No, he didn't film. I don't think it was that. Any idea what Volkswagen could include in the next major software release, and it's expected 2023? I know what's included. There's a few things in there that are awesome. I no idea when this will come to the bald guys from electrifying. I don't think it was a YouTuber. Like I said, I didn't see him filming. But couldn't come because of family, so Volkswagen let him test the i7 later in Berlin instead. I thought that. Because he was the only one guy that got tested on outrun with max speed. He was the only guy who got tested on a highway at all. We just drove a 45-minute thing in Spain, right at the airport in the thing. What colors would you like to see edit offered for the ID series? Well, I love the color of the ID.3, the new one, this olive green thing there. That looked good on the facelift version. Hope ID.345 will get the new soft version after i7 is released. It won't be at the same time, I guess. I don't think it will be this year. I can't believe that we don't even have 3.0. I doubt that 4.0. And it wasn't finished. In the ID.7 prototype, there were a few mistakes of 4.0. The map didn't work properly. I don't know if you've seen in the video. Did the most known YouTubers get the best treatment? They get better treatment because Volkswagen knows that they get a lot of views, so they get more time with the car. If they have stuff, if they say, "Hey, can we do this?" Then yes, and for us, they wouldn't do that, and it's understandable. I'm okay with it. That's normal. They're still struggling getting 3.0 to work. 4.0 is at least a year away, I imagine, as an over-the-air update. Yeah, I'm suspecting dealer updates from now on. I think that the old cars, so cars built till now, with that hardware, over-the-air updates seems to be a bigger problem than just inviting everyone to the dealer and get the update there. It seems like this is more of a problem and costs more. I don't know what they will do, but it's possible that the future updates, unless they get with I don't know, with 4.0, maybe there's something in there that an over-the-air update works just better. I noticed that as well, as I did an in-depth review of 4.0 and showed better precondition options. What did he say? I don't know what you said. I noticed it as well, as one did an in-depth review. Battery precondition options. He couldn't do that. That's in the. He wasn't allowed to show that. That's in the production car. He's not allowed. Bad panda. Yeah, 4.0 will have nice things in there, and the ID.7 overall with the new screen. It's really cool. So, like I said, we from 6:30 on, we went up, looked at the production car, got all the info. Volkswagen police, yeah. Got all the info. Then 7 was dinner. Then we went back. We were alone with the cars. That was nice. And we just filmed outside the car, inside the car, no talking. So the B-roll. Is this good in here? Just the B-roll and everything. And next day in the morning we had breakfast and went up there right away. So breakfast was at 6:30. So I was just in my hotel room from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and that was it. So for 8 hours I used that room, because right after breakfast we got the stuff out, went up, filmed the video of the production car, then went back down, because they asked us, how long will you take? And we said 45 minutes at least. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. And they were all waiting that we were done. So we filmed 45 minutes on the Friday and 45 minutes on the Saturday morning. And we should have had 4 hours with the car, which we didn't. Yeah, there was no time to enjoy as much because after filming, then we had a bit of nothing to do, and we just checked stuff. It was a car maniac. He was a full video of the infotainment system in the ID.7. Well, I know that he wasn't. I don't know if that there's some parts in there that he wasn't allowed to show. But Car Maniac is famous for still showing stuff that he's not allowed to do. For example, in the ID bus prototype drive, he wasn't allowed to show the seats in the rear, but he did. And they told us you're not allowed to show everything in the infotainment system in a prototype drive. In the production car, of course, you can show everything. And we filmed that and tried a lot of stuff. But in the prototype, no. And I was, to be honest, more focused on driving. And again, we didn't have too much time. The whole drive with the prototype was maybe an hour long. And then somebody else was already waiting. And come on. What if I find very good is that the rear window also be open in the ID.7, similar to the Skoda Superb. You mean that you have extra buttons? Yes, that's true. That's really cool. The new screen is amazing. The new things that you can do, like I said in the video, there's so many favorites on top. If you scroll down on the climate, so that's really cool. The automatic seat heating and cooling was awesome. It did it very well. The seats were very comfortable. We tried in the production car the massage. It's a bit loud with the air cushions. So here, like this, a bit Star Wars, Darth Vader, but it was comfortable. It was nice. We liked it, and yeah, we were done with our drive. We looked around a bit, and then they told us, "Would you want to go to the airport right now?" And we know that you didn't have so much time, and I know that it's a bit stressful. So we have this lounge pass for you, where you can go into a special lounge, and you get priority express security check. And said, "Oh, cool, that's amazing." And the express security check wasn't needed because it wasn't a lot going on. But the lounge was pretty nice because finally we got food. Because in the hotel the food was just many courses, but always just a tiny bit. It wasn't so amazing. The seats looked really comfortable. Yes, they are. Also that the taillight is so large, not like the Tesla Model 3. It's ginormous and has an animation in there, as they always have. ID.7 looks premium. Seems COVID is about again. I know of a number in the last week. One went on a cruise boat. Woo! One on a sports tournament, the other music concert. Yeah. I'm really honest. I should have worn a mask if the mask would just help a tiny bit. But when you're so close with people that come from far away, and so many, I mean, I was in 3 planes in 3 days, so that's, I don't know, 300-400 people, and then at the concert with 1,000 people, and then at the airport. But in the airport you're not as close to other people, but in the plane, yes. So yeah, wasn't nice. COVID sucks big time. It wasn't nice at all. I had COVID a few days before you. You poor thing. No, I'm still struggling. It's still not fine. It sucks big time. Let's do the like game. We had 80 people here. Let's play a little like game, huh? What front motor do you think it's going to be used on the front axis? I think they will use the old 75 kilowatt motor for the GTX version. So the 280 horsepower in the rear, so 210 kilowatt in the rear and then 75 in the front. This is just what I'm guessing. So let's like all together. I will count down from 3 to 0 and then we like. 3, 2, 1, like. No enthusiasm at all, because I'm not perfect. Let's see, 15. Can we get to 50? I would be fine with 50. 24. It's okay. 42. Come on, 50, 50, 50, 50. Come on. That's it. 44 is the number. No 50. Boo! Battery life sucks. 47. No, it's... Thank you. Thank you for playing along. I know I'm not the most energetic person here. Yeah. Yeah, the problem... So we were at that lounge, and then we flew back home. The plane was delayed by 2 hours. Then we landed shortly before 11, and then yeah, it's 52. Thank you very much. And then we got the car, drove home. I had to charge 10 minutes in between, and then drove home. I think I arrived at 1, something like this, and then tired, of course. Showered and went to bed. Which car is, in your opinion, the main competitor to the ID.7? I think when it comes to range, it's Model 3, Model Y. Oh, it's a good question with the rear drum brakes. I think it was still drum brakes. I could be wrong, but I think it was. in the rear. I'm not sure. I should have looked. That's true. We'll see. Yes, so I arrived extremely late home. Still drum. The new motor is produced by Volkswagen itself. Is that already the case with the current one? I think so. I think Salzgitter is producing motors for Volkswagen. I think so. What up? Doesn't sound like you've been practicing your non-German English accent. I have a non-German English accent? I have a thick accent. Cindy doesn't hear it anymore because she's used to it, but oh my god. Can talk about that. So, yeah, how was the drive with the ID.7? We have to talk about that because this was a lot of fun. There was, of course, a Volkswagen guy with us because it's a prototype and it's not allowed that you drive with a prototype with no one in there, but he didn't do anything. He was just sitting there. The car seemed to be pretty done. Software wasn't done, so 4.0, we saw that the map wasn't working and then other things. I didn't play around with too many settings. I did that more with the production car and will be in a production video. Tire, what brand tire was it? I have no idea. I'm sorry. If you can't see it on the video, I don't. Maybe we can see it on the video. Where is my footage? Footage, ID.7 covered. Where's my drone footage? Let's go over here. Can we see? No, way too far away. That's too far away. Where is it? Can we see what's on the tires? Ooh, that's me! Ooh, that's me hiding behind the car. Look at the fatty. Fatty is running. Yeah, this is a nice shot. I was just so lucky that this was done like this. And the nice reflections here from the sun. Come on, get closer. Let me see the tires. I did it again. I did it twice. Whee! Ach, Finnegan, you with your stupid licking. It's way too much. If you lick a bit, it's fine, but not like crazy. And go eat. I thought I was closer at some point. Can't see. No idea. Oh, I got closer. There we go. No, can't see. Yeah, I thought it has the Volkswagen logo that turns, but it didn't turn, as you can see here. Nope. So is this your new Volkswagen? It could be, because I really like the Canadian-German accent. Your accent is thicker than you speak German. When you speak German. That's true, because I never speak formal German. Mostly I'm just Bavarian. Nothing is silver in the rear axle. What does it mean? So because of the drum brake. Yeah, I don't know if it will be, because I'm sure it's way more expensive than my ID.3, but it has many many advantages. So first of all, it comes around the time when my ID.3 is going away. So in this fall. Second, it will be a car that's available in not just in Europe. So with the English channel, I can widen it. With the ID.3, that wasn't available there. Then it has new features and new range, which is very interesting to a lot of people. And if an update is coming, it's also very interesting. It is way too big for me. Of course, it will be way more expensive than my ID.3. But maybe I should move on and drive something different and totally change. The first edition ID.7 should make for a good launch spec too. I don't know if there will be a first edition. I have to talk to Volkswagen about it, and if they want to give me one of the first cars, that would be amazing and everything. Didn't you want your next car to have all-wheel drive? Yeah, I want all-wheel drive, and I would want the big battery as well. So the 86 kilowatt hour battery, I would like that as well. The problem is all of this comes way later. And so let's say if ID.7 comes out in fall and then Big Better GTX comes in 6 months later, it's just a tiny, so if I make videos then of the car 6 months later, it's not a big thing. But when the ID.7 comes out, it's a big thing. Wolfgang, give you any indication of the price? I think they did for the production car, yes. So I think it makes more sense to get the normal ID.7, because a lot of people will get that anyways, because they don't want the big battery, they don't need it, or the GTX version, and I get it earlier. That's my thought. But it's nothing set. I have to talk to Volkswagen first if we can arrange something, and then when will it come, how's it gonna work, and if this is something I can afford. This time though, so right now my ID.3, I'm just paying it personally, a private person, but the next car I will get will be on company. So I pay less taxes, so I save money, around 20%, which is a lot. But I think with the ID.7, if I do it for 2 years, I could increase the channel again. That would be something amazing. But I'm not, you will get more than 100 watt. It will be, I think it will be very interesting. Battery life, yeah, it's just battery life. There's no GmbH or anything. But I have to have a company if I earn money outside of normal work. It's just how it is. Yes. So driving ID.7. Let's talk about this a bit. We're not doing this too long. We will stop in 15, 20 minutes or so, because of how I am and I need my rest. Yeah, one thing again, what was a problem with getting COVID was, first of all, I didn't film anything, or just a bit of B-roll with the Cupra Born that I have right now, the 77 kilowatt hour, 170 kilowatt motor. And then I got sick and I couldn't film in the next week, and I wanted to pick it up last Friday. So Friday a week ago, so on the 31st. I talked to them on Thursday and they said, oh, it's okay, you can have it for another week. If you want to, maybe you get better and can film something. I said, of course, I will do that. Thank you very much. But on April 3rd, so on the Monday after that, I was supposed to get the Kia EV6 press car, the all-wheel drive. And I had to cancel that because there's no way I could film right now a lot. No way. It's just too exhausting. I can't do it, and I wanted to, since I have the Cupra Born here, film a few videos with the Cupra Born, because I didn't film anything before. And so I filmed the range test, I filmed an ID.3 comparison that I still have to film a bit tomorrow. I want to film a charging test tomorrow, because at the range test the charging curve did not look like it should. It was wrong. it should either be 140 kilowatt and above 100 kilowatt for a long time, or 178 kilowatt and then go down a bit faster, and it didn't do any of those. I read somewhere that the price starts at well below 60k euro. Unclear what that means exactly. I think this below 60k will be a smaller battery maybe, or empty car. I don't think if you want a few things you will be under 60k. Maybe in your country. Where are you from? I think it will be 65 to 70 for that car. And my ID.3 was 46 at that time, so I'm expecting 650 euros a month or so, when it was 450 right now. I'm expecting something like this. Sweden, yeah, maybe it's cheaper for you? I don't know. That is Model S prices, yes. Well, now Model S in Germany starts at 100,000 euros. And the Plaid at 130, but the normal is 105, I think. So the new Model S right now. But Model Y, Model 3 are cheaper, that's true. That is totally true. And I think the reason is that ID.7 is for a market that wants to drive very comfortably and far, so company cars and stuff like this. Elon keeps dropping the prices. Let's see. Let's check it out. Why are you not going over? Tesla Model S order and 112,000, 113,000 even. Oh, you can't see. There it is, 113, and this is with nothing included. Not even autopilot. There's nothing in there. 112,000 in Germany. So if you want a different color, let's keep the 19-inch interior color. Will stay. We want the more normal, and we want the enhanced autopilot. Then we have, where are we? 120,000 euros. That is a lot. That's 50,000 more. Yeah, in Germany the prices didn't go down for that. Cars are getting expensive. My Polo GTI was 22. Oh my god. It'll be pretty well in line with the rest of the ID line, excluding the bus, which is about the terms of price. Yeah, for weak currencies, I guess some adjustment is made to make it affordable for us. That would be cool. Good for you. Yeah, so I'm still having the Cupra Born right now because it holidays here on Friday and tomorrow, so it will be picked up on Tuesday. So I had the car for 3.5 weeks. I never had a press car that long, and that's why I will film something tomorrow, at least 2 videos tomorrow, maybe even 3. And on Wednesday, I'm in Landsberg am Lech again. I will test the Ioniq 6 at Hyundai Sangl. I can get a 2020 Model S used from Tesla loaded for 65. I'm sure that you can get a used car, but do you want that? And that's just different. A used car, I can get a used ID.3 for especially outside of Germany for but this, you want the new car, don't you? And yeah, I know you hate Volkswagen now, and I understand it. I totally get it. Any chance you can get your hands on the Neo ET5? I wrote Neo a few times, they never replied, so I guess not. I think 3-4 times and never got any reply from Neo at all, from the press department. And it is always a problem with Chinese companies in Germany because they don't have their own press department. Someone else is doing this, and so there's one company who has 5-6 different companies, and so if they think you're too small or something, they don't give you any of those 5 or 6 companies. I have noticed that. I think Airways and the Aura Cat and the cars are one company. I've seen that. MG has a different, has a company, a special one who does it. All stuff like this. MG still doesn't want to give me a car. I think they told me I should contact them in June or something. Yeah, but back to Autosangl. So he asked me, when do you want to drive the Ioniq 6? First I planned when I was sick. 2 weeks ago I couldn't because I was sick. I had to cancel that. Then the plan was this Saturday, but I looked and it was raining, and I thought, not again, that I'm testing Ioniq and it's raining, and it the weather showed that it should be nice and sunny on Wednesday, but it changed. Right now it says it's gonna rain on Wednesday. But I'm not changing it again. I changed it 2 times. If it's raining on Wednesday, again we have a test in the rain. What does it say now? Let's look. Landsberg am Lech, advertising, Wednesday, rain, 15 degrees, all day rain. Come on, focus. There we have it, all day rain. Woohoo, but 15 degrees. Maybe this changes. Yesterday it said half day rain, today it says the full day rain. We'll see. I have the week off, so it will rain. But I'm excited for the Ioniq 6. I will do, of course, my normal test, range test, show the car a bit, drive a car a bit. I doubt I will do a charging test because it will be the exact same as the Ioniq 5. But maybe I have to charge it anyways, and then I do it. It's affordable too. Is it affordable? BAAS, New Battery as a Service in Germany? Oh, you mean that you rent the battery, you're not buying it? I've seen that how much they cost a month. I think it was a lot. It wasn't that cheap. Yeah, but back to ID.7, how the drive was. And what I noticed, and if you have seen my video, I say it a few times, in comfort mode, I found the suspension a bit too soft and it was a bit jumpy, and I never noticed that in any ID car. In sport mode it was perfect. So I would use the individual drive mode and put suspension, you have the DCC, put that more into a sporty direction, put the driving sound not in sport, put the power in sport, I think. Yeah, the new motor, 210 kilowatt, you feel that it's more power, but it's a bit under the GTX, of course. It's not Tesla level at all. And I think it's a bit more, I would say, or almost the same as my ID.3, so because of the small battery and 150 kilowatt and then big battery and 210 kilowatt. So that's the difference. The steering was just amazing. As I said in the video, it's not as light as my ID.3, but it was amazing. We were winding roads, and in the sport mode it was so comfortable to drive, and in the corners the seats were perfect, and you can just see everything in the instrument cluster. Head-up display is the same as it is now, but you can change a few things. I would like to see more changes in the head-up display. So in the head-up display, not right now with software version 3.1, you can see your drive data in the instrument cluster or in the cockpit view. I'm trying to say that now. And that's awesome, because then you have a state of charge, your range and your trip data all in the instrument cluster. And with the ID.7, the cockpit is now so small that you only have the rudimentary information, and they want to put this in the head-up display, but a head-up display shows of the trip only the average consumption. On the left it shows your range and your state of charge, and of course your navigation, everything, and your speed, and you can put it down that it's only the speed. This is nice, I like that. But when you have the trip meter on, you can only see the average consumption. I would want to see my whole trip there, or at least that I can switch with the OK button, but it didn't do that. I was a bit maybe they changed that when the car comes out, but as it was there, even in a production car, I wasn't that happy. But overall, the gear change is the same as in the ID bus because it's not attached to the cockpit view, as it is not in with the ID bus. The cockpit is perfect size. It doesn't have to be bigger. You have very nice view because of that, so that the cockpit overall is lower and you can see very far. The car doesn't feel amazingly big. It feels very agile and very stable. It was very nice to drive. It was. I was very surprised and seeing in a production car what will come and what they're working on, and that it has such amazing drag coefficient and that the new motor is so efficient. That seems to be extremely interesting. So I'm expecting in the summer on the highway with 130 a 400 kilometer range, the highest that I ever had with a car. I think this could be it because of the low drag coefficient and the amazing motor. I can see that. And what I don't know if it will be with the big battery or the small battery, 77 kilowatt hour. We will see. I hope it's with the small that on a highway you can get in the summer. In the winter, of course, as always, with heat and with low temperatures, the range will go down. But 615 kilometers WLTP is pretty amazing with a 77 kilowatt hour battery. And then with the other one, 700 kilometers. Of course, you never reach that. My ID3 has 420. Even in the summer, at 100%, I rarely get a bit over 320 on 300 kilometers driving around here, and on the highway, in perfect conditions, highway drive with 130, I can go 270, something like this, 260, and this means 100% to 10, so 90% of the battery, and I'm hoping with ID.7 we can get this up to 400 kilometers. It would be amazing, and I hope it will be with the small battery. They will be really amazing. I'm working on trying to doing a range test in the near future with the ID.7, but so far it's, has to be decided and not by me. We'll see how that's gonna be. Hey, Twin Cabbage. Chris, how much will the ID.7 cost? To be honest, so either I will say that with the production car or I didn't know. So both things I can't say. It will be more pricey than ID.3, ID.4 for sure, because it packs so many features as base price. So I'm expecting way more than ID.3, ID.4 right now. But we'll see. It should come out, I think, in the fall, I said. Fisker Ocean should be affordable with a small battery. Yeah, but for me, Fisker Ocean is just another big SUV, so I'm guessing not extremely efficient. And this ID.7 looks way more efficient, and the interior felt nice. It felt nice to sit in there, it was comfortable, what nice, a lot of auto functions that look good. It looked very interesting to me. It looked, this could be the next step. I could go for the ID.3 facelift GTX, and I get the same motor, by the way. The ID.3 GTX will get this motor from the ID.7. Yes, it will be a bit more powerful. Yes, ID.7 will be built in Emden, where they're building the ID.4 right now. So ID.7 production will start in June or July, I think. And I think maybe ID.3 is then maybe I've done enough. It's the next step. Yes, ID.7 is way too big for me. But I would love to see 14 modules. Maybe the ID bus will be getting 14 modules with 91 kilowatt hours. Very possible. I mean, 91 is the gross capacity of the big battery, and it's 85.7 kilowatt hours with the 13 module, not 84. That's why they say 86. They round it up. Yes, and just get more dogs. And it would be interesting to see the charging power then with the big battery when it has a peak of 200. And how long will it stay above 100 kilowatt? That sounds very interesting. But sadly, and I have to ask Volkswagen again, if they would deliver from the start all ID.7 models, so small battery, big battery, and GTX, I would get the big battery GTX right away. That would be the most interesting to me, even though it would be extremely expensive, but that would be awesome. But I don't think they will do it. I think in this fall will come the normal ID.7, 6 months later the big battery, and then a bit later big battery with GTX. I think that will be it. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Yeah, but driving ID.7 was a real treat. I enjoyed it immensely, and I think, and we drove on a horrible road when it comes to being comfortable. The road itself was okay, but a lot of bumps, and then a lot of cornering, and then up and down, and through little towns, and turning circle is still amazing, of course, because of just being a rear-wheel drive. So I think on a German highway it will be. I really think so. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Oh, I have to still. It's true. I still have winter tires on Walter. I have to call a dealer and make an appointment for changing my tires back. I have to do that. Do I still have that thing? ID3 thing? ID bus? ID bus? I think it was that. Yeah, that's. I have to call her. I can't remember from the video. Did the ID.7 you tested have DCC? Yes, the dynamic chassis control, and it's a new version. They call it version 2. It has more sensors, and it reads out those sensors way more. So it changes the stability of the car according to the surface, and it should be way better than it was in ID.4 or ID.3. And I think it's also standard. And progressive steering, so that the rear wheels are steering a tiny bit, help you steer. That's also, I think that's in the base model. I could be wrong. Yes, but and you can adjust it the same way as you can in ID.4. In individual mode, you can just go from comfort to sport. I wonder if they'll move that across to the facelift ID.3 too. The DCC, yes, I'm sure that the DCC will be the same in all models after it's established with the ID.7. How do I look like? The same as the screen will come in 2024 to all other cars, but it is really amazing. It looks better. I think it's a different technology. It's a great size. It's angled towards the driver, not like in the ID bus where it's just straight, or in the ID.4. I like that it was more to me, and it seemed to work really well, even though the software wasn't working perfectly, like I said. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will ask Volkswagen what they think, if they wanna work with me on that, because that will be very interesting. I think I'm done for today. I hope you are okay with that, because I need a bit of rest. Has Volkswagen let on anything if similar models are coming on the platform in the group, or do they want to have that exclusively? Oh, you mean that other saloons, is the frame rate right? Will come with Skoda or Cupra or something. They didn't say anything about that. But think of it, except for the Enyaq, there's not a lot going on right now with Skoda. There will be a new model, I think, this year, and Cupra just has one, the Born. I think Volkswagen is really first on this, and then we'll see what other cars. Beauty sleep won't help you. Yes, it does. If I sleep long and well, I feel better in the morning. I really do. Okay. I think we're done for today. Thank you very much for participating here. Sorry for not a lot of content in the last 2 weeks, but I just couldn't. I hope you're all doing better than me. I say bye and you take care. Bye bye bye. How do I do this that I can hear it but not on the thing? Isn't it monitor?